Recording in
Hello, it's David, your friendly neighborhood mindfulness coach. I love our topic today. The topic is balance. And when we talk about mindfulness, especially, this is most true. It's good for everybody, but I think this is particularly important for leaders to be balanced. And mindfulness can really help us with balance. By the way, there's a fly in this room. So if I all of a sudden go, it's the fly. Um, which is ironic with our topic because with balance, what I really talk about is not overreacting, not overcorrecting, not overreacting, but I don't think to go like that is overacting with a fly. It's kind of like, oh, I can't remember how the joke goes, but something to the effect of there's no truer reaction than someone walking through a spider web, and how they do like their karate chopping or something. I can't remember it. Someone else will. Anyway, what I mean by balance is the idea of not getting too high when things are going well and not getting too low when things are going poorly. Um, when we have great success, we have a tendency to really get excited, want to celebrate. And I am all in favor of celebration. Celebrate good times. Come on. I like Kool and the Gang, just like everybody else. I'm all for celebration. I think it's important to celebrate success. I think you should celebrate. But over celebration makes it appear like you didn't expect the success. I don't know if you knew it, but I make TikToks, and my TikToks are like very miniature versions of these talks. And I try not to say the same thing or use the same analogies in these that I do in the TikToks, but this one's just too accurate, on point. In the TikTok on this topic, I talked about spiking the football. There was an OSU running back. Was it Thurman Thomas? I don't think that's right. I'm blanking on his name, like the best Oklahoma State running back. Anyway, he went on to play for the Detroit Lions. Like, this is why God invented the internet. Anyway, I shouldn't be doing this. Anyway, but it's really bugging me. So he had a habit when he would make a touchdown that he did not spike the football. And Barry Sanders, that's who I'm trying to think of. I know it wasn't Thurman Thomas. Barry Sanders. He didn't really spike the football. Somebody will, if I say this, they'll send me a video of him spiking the ball. But it wasn't his habit to spike the ball. So he would run into the end zone and just hand the ball to the ref, because he felt like his job was to get into the end zone. And when he got into the end zone, he just did his job. Wasn't anything to celebrate about. You get into the end zone, you just handed the football to the ref because I just did what I was there to do. There's nothing to celebrate until you get to the championship. Then you can celebrate. But just scoring a touchdown is no big deal. And I always liked that about Barry Sanders. Today, these guys make a catch and they act like they just won the Super Bowl. I know I'm like the cranky old man, but so I think as a leader, that's important. It's important to celebrate achievements and milestones, but let's save the grandstanding, right? You don't get too high when things are well. But the flip side of that is when things are bad and when things go real poorly, we don't want to act like the bottom fell out either. That is, an appropriate response is, well, okay, things didn't go too well. We'll figure it out. We'll figure out an answer. We'll figure out an appropriate response and we'll pull it together and we'll do what needs to be done. We'll correct course. Sometimes someone may come to you with something just really tragic. I had a friend who used to say, I wouldn't be surprised to see an ant pulling a bale of hay. And I've kind of taken that approach to life between different jobs I've had throughout my life. I've seen about everything. I've counseled in quotes because I'm not a therapist. There went the fly. I've counseled in quotes all kinds of situations. I've been in HR. I mean, in HR, when you work in HR, you heard about all of it. I've seen and heard about everything. In business, you see and hear about everything. And I've just heard a lot. Been a musician. I've seen and heard about everything. You've just seen it all. So when someone comes to you with news, the inside you might be going, holy cow, I cannot believe this. Your expression, you just don't react. Saw a friend of mine the other day that I hadn't seen in probably 30, 40 years, now 30 years. And he is a music teacher, and he taught me how to judge music contests. Thing he said is you just sit down and you have the same expression on your face for everybody. He liked the smile. Sit down and you just like, oh. That way, if they come on there really bad, you laugh like, oh my God, this is horrible. And, but you have the same expression for everyone. And as a leader, you kind of want to be able to have that same expression because you don't want to overreact all the time. The idea of balance is that you're steady, not too high, you're not too low. People want to know that they can walk in and bring you anything and you are solid. They don't want you to be too high. They don't want you to be, they especially don't want you to be too low. They don't want you to get angry. They don't want you to get sad. They want a steady leader. And you want to get to the point really where it's not an act in your life. You want to actually be balanced. You want to have some solidity in your life. I don't know if that's a word, but you want some solidity in your life where you can bring actual balance to your life, to the life of those around you, where you're the steady ship. Doesn't mean we don't have emotions. We talked about emotions a couple weeks back. You have emotions, you feel emotions, you experience it. Especially as a leader, you want to bring that steadiness. There's a quote, it's attributed to the Buddha. I've heard it quoted different ways, different things. I don't know if he said all of these, or if he's just, through legend or whatever, quoted different ways. But I love the spirit of it. Said, those who are truly wise will remain unmoved by feelings of happiness and suffering, fame and disgrace, praise and blame, gain and loss. They will remain calm like the eye of a hurricane. In the eye of the hurricane, you know that it's calm. hurricane is going on all around them, but right in the center of the hurricane, it's calm. That's the way we want to be, is just calm. When everything around us is going crazy, we remain calm. And I love that. Unmoved by feelings, because feelings are incredibly inaccurate. So we don't get too tossed around by our feelings. One day we might feel happiness, the next day suffering. One day fame, people are heaping, fame on you. The next day disgrace. One day praise, one day blame. One day you have gain, one day you have loss. Just as I was turning my laptop on, story talked about the stock market. So, one day you have gain, one day you have loss. So balance is that we are steady through all of that. Forgot to look at my time when we started. So I'm just going by feel. So let's close our eyes. Sit in your chair, upright, ground your feet. Take a deep breath, inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Just breathe regularly. What's going on in your life right now? Are you experiencing happiness or suffering, praise or blame, fame, disgrace? Are you being encouraged or discouraged? Just ask yourself, what's happening in your life? And how are you responding to what's happening around you? Are you maintaining balance or are you being tossed around? What is your center? What do you use to find your balance? How do you maintain your balance when things are tossing you around? Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. We made it. We didn't just make it to the end of the session, but my lawn guys are here and they didn't completely ruin our session. They got here about halfway through, and normally the second they get here, they just go to town. And I don't know what took them so long to get started today, but it worked out perfectly for us. I appreciate you joining me for balance. I don't know if you've been paying attention. Probably not. You probably wouldn't know if I didn't tell you. They're starting to fire up now. But these last six sessions have been, we've been talking about six traits. There are the six traits of a mindful leader. So you might think about that. You may want to go back and rewatch some of them. I didn't go in depth into them. I just pulled out a little bit and talked about each of those. But these have been the six traits of a mindful leader. And I hope you have enjoyed it. We will talk about other stuff now, but I've enjoyed talking about them. So thank you for joining me, and we will see you next time on morning meditations. I always want to call it Monday meditations, but it's on Tuesday. So we'll see you next time. Thanks.